bedrooms, right? These two old men were dumber than a box of rocks, bro. The only thing they knew was how to go, taking your shit. And that's how they did it. All their world is by fear factor and pushing people into doing stupid shit. These guys were ruthless. But this one Colombian kid, 18-year-old Colombian kid, was in there for like 9,000 pounds of cocaine or something. They had him big time, right?
Wow.
He was a big time drug lord down there at 19 in Colombia. He come to me because he saw me drawing a house plan, just doodling one day. And he goes, "Wow, dude." He goes, "You draw house plans?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I want you to draw a house plan for my family while I'm gone." He goes, "I got to build this right away." I said, "Well, what do you want?" He goes, "I need 19 bedrooms at least." He goes, "With baths. I need 2 large kitchens in the home." He goes, I said, "You're building a motel resort. You're not building a home for your family." He goes, "It doesn't matter." He goes, "I want a big courtyard in the middle." He goes, I said, "Okay, kid," because I didn't know his whole story at the time. I said,
Right.
send me $1,000 in my account and I'll start drawing all the blueprint you want. I said, and we'll get her done. He goes, "All right, give me your information." The next day I had $1,000 on my book. I said, well, I wasn't counting on that.
Well,
So I started drawing the plan for his house. It was 8,400 square foot. Yeah, it was like a shopping plaza. But he loved everything I was doing. We finished it up. He mailed it straight to his contractor in Colombia, and I was on the phone at the federal prison holding facility talking to his contractors on the phone on how to do this or what to do or what I'd suggest on this. And yeah, it was crazy. He started building it right away. I mean, within a week after I sent the prints to him, or he got the prints and sent them home, he was building this fucking thing.
wow.
That's what I said. Wow, boy, the money in the federal prison was stupid, bro. So I started drawing blueprints for people in the federal prison. Everybody has a dream. So I was a dream builder. I mean, this one guy wanted me to do a blueberry factory and lay out the sprinklers and everything for, 50 acres in Florida that he was going to do and all this stuff. And I mean, so I started charging these boys good money for doing these blueprints. Hell, I had $11,000 in my books when I left federal prison just from drawing blueprints for rich people in the federal prison. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty insane. Yeah, so this one guy with the blueberries, I'll never forget. I really liked Dan. He was a good guy. And then he got out and took the blueprints with him. And then I was watching Chicago news on the cable in the prison, and here was his picture. He had crashed a plane full of dope in a downtown city park in Chicago on his way to Canada because he was smuggling into Canada. And he crashed his plane, and people said, yeah, he had a hard time, but he aimed it right for an empty vacant place in the park, and he killed himself putting the plane in, trying to save people's lives by not just crashing anywhere. So, and that the niggers, they said that they were hauling bundles of marijuana away from the plane crash, running. They showed pictures of people just running with a bale of pot down the street in Chicago. So he made a lot of people healthy. I mean, he did good even though he died. I felt bad for him.
Wow.
But the kid with the Colombian thing, he just really built it. And then after I got out of federal prison, his family called me, and I actually did a parking garage in Bogota for him. The family had all that money, so
Wow.
I drew them a 3-story parking garage, and they built it down there in Bogota. So that was pretty cool. And then shortly after that, I got billeted in downtown Bogota and got to see the thing that I'd drawn and they built. It was close.
Wow.
I mean, there was some variance in it, but it was real close to what I'd drawn them. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty cool. Yes, that was a good time. So, and I haven't drawn much lately. You got to be in the mood to draw. I've been really stressing and pressing and just not in the mood to do anything. Hell, I even stopped playing the guitar for a year. Just didn't feel like music, didn't feel like anything. So nowadays I'm getting a little better and a little more creative, so maybe I'll draw a picture. Okay. And the doctor, really nice guy. I said, "Where are you from, Doc?" He goes, "New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire." I said, "I'm from Gilmanton Ironworks, about an hour away from you." I said, "You're a flatlander," because that's what we call everybody below the mountain level is flatlanders. We don't want them up there in the mountains. I mean, we didn't have black people up there. Too cold. They wanted to.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't. Manchester was where the blacks were, so that explains why he's from Manchester, because that's where most of the blacks live. I mean, I went to high school and there was one black kid. and he was half-bred, so it was not like he was totally black.
Right.
His name was Rex, and everybody loved him. Nobody looked at him like a nigger. 'Cause
Right.
He didn't act like one.
Right.
He didn't have an option. He was a bunch of right boys, so he kind of like blended in with everybody that he was growing up with.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, so
Always had a good tan.
yeah, it was kind of weird because New Hampshire just is real prejudiced against Canadian. They hated the Indians. Yeah, it was like weird. Like they had something going on with the Canadians and something that they didn't like with the Indian tribes. And my DNA came back that I've got Sicilian and Indian blood. Wow, that's interesting. So I actually have American Native Indian from the Irondequoit Indians in my blood. So I don't know. That said a little percentage, like 20% Indian. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So
Well, you got to be 25 to get a card or something.
Well, that was close.
Yeah.
But it was cool to find out that I had that all in my blood. And then Sicilian in my blood. Wow, that means I got black in my blood. Because the Sicily fell to the Moors. The Moors went in and killed killed all the men and boys.
Yeah.
And then bred the women out. That's why Sicilians are darker skinned than Italians. Italians are light, real white skinned. So it was kind of strange.
Huh.
It's like in Mexico. In Mexico City, the real Spanish girls from Spain that occupy a lot of Mexico, blonde hair, blue-eyed, not a lick of English, just looking at you like, I used to walk up to them and talk to them all the time in broken Spanish, and they'd look at you like, because I'd be going, oh, baby, you're pretty hot. They'd know you were saying something bad, and I'd be smiling and drooling at them. They'd all laugh. It was funny. Yeah. A lot of fun down there when I was stationed there. I was there for 9 months at the embassy in Mexico City, so I did full guard duty down there. That was fun. Embassy duty. Me.
Embassy duty.
Yeah, you were supposed to be a top ace Marine to get embassy duties. Me? I don't know, top ace Marine. Shit, nothing. I just had a little rank and they needed somebody to fill a billing. So, and my job was pretty easy.
What do they call that? Attrition?
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I got my rank all through the military, was pretty much by attrition. I didn't go out and try to take a test. I didn't try to get anywhere. So I was happy with wherever they had me. It didn't matter if I was a lieutenant or a captain. I was just happy being there, So whenever I got rank advancement, it was like, okay, well, fuck.
Now I got to do more stuff.
Well, I was looking at the checkbook, going, yeah, well, more stuff coming into the checkbook. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that, And then, once you get ranked like that, you're supposed to be command. Fuck that. I didn't want to be in charge of 400 men ever. So I copped out by getting the duty that I was stuck in, with intelligence, because it was a smaller community and a lot smaller units.
Mm.
And that's how I got advancement, was because of the small units and the attrition rate with us being on the front lines. Like, our unit just didn't stay sitting. I mean, we had colonels walking out there in the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was kind of a neat group. I enjoyed it a whole bunch.